Travel robot presence. Top 10 things to do in Germany. Hey, in this video, we are going to talk about the top 10 things to do in Germany. History, culture, and natural beauty perhaps best describe the essence of vacationing in Germany. With its many historic cities and quaint small towns, along with an abundance of forests and mountains, visitors are spoiled for choice when it comes to choosing unique places to visit in this beautiful part of Europe. Those wanting to sightsee or experience the arts should head to the larger metropolitan areas such as Munich, Frankfurt, or Hamburg. For those looking for recreational activities, consider a visit to places such as the majestic Bavarian Alps, the Black Forest, or the Rhine Valley. Lovely old cathedrals and grand palaces are everywhere, and in the smaller towns and villages, some boasting still intact original medieval old towns, Altstadt, many centuries-old traditions are still practiced, including traditional Christmas markets, festivals, and fairs. At the cultural heart of Germany is the capital, Berlin. Home to many fine museums and galleries, this vibrant city makes for a great base from which to explore the many other delights the country has to offer. And for nature lovers, there's a whole world of possibilities in Germany's great outdoors. So before starting this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel for future updates. Let's get started. Number 10. Berlin's Brandenburg Gate. Modeled on the Acropolis in Athens and built for King Frederick William II in 1791. The monumental sandstone Brandenburg Gate in Berlin's Mitte district was the city's first neoclassical structure. It measures an impressive 26 meters in height, which includes the quadriga, the spectacular four-horse chariot carrying the goddess of victory perched atop this spectacular building. Its 6 huge columns on each side of the structure form 5 impressive passages. 4 were used by regular traffic, while the center was reserved for the royal carriages. Huge Doric columns also decorate the 2 buildings at each side of the gate, once used by toll collectors and guards. Undoubtedly Berlin's most iconic structure, it's hard to believe that the majestic structure you see today was severely damaged during World War II. It was also once part of the infamous Berlin Wall and, for a few decades, was symbolic of the division of Berlin into East and West. Number 9. Cologne Cathedral, Kölner Dom. The towering Cologne Cathedral, Kölner Dom, the Cathedral of St. Peter and St. Mary, is located on the banks of the Rhine and is undoubtedly Cologne's most impressive landmark. This masterpiece of high Gothic architecture is one of the largest cathedrals in Europe. Construction on this most ambitious building project of the Middle Ages started in 1248 and reportedly took over 600 years to complete. As imposing as its facade, the cathedral's magnificent interior covers an area of 6,166 square meters and boasts 56 huge pillars. Above the high altar is the reliquary of the 3 kings, a 12th century work of art in gold that was designed by Nicholas of Verdun to house the relics of the 3 kings brought here from Milan. Number 8. The Black Forest, Baden-Württemberg. The beautiful Black Forest with its dark, densely wooded hills is one of the most visited upland regions in all of Europe. Situated in the southwestern corner of Germany and extending 160 kilometers from Pforzheim in the north to Waldshut on the High Rhine in the south, it's a hiker's heaven. On the west side, the Black Forest descends steeply to the Rhine, crossed by lush valleys, while on the east, it slopes more gently down to the upper Neckar and Danube valleys. Popular spots include Germany's oldest ski area at Tottenau, the magnificent spa facilities of Baden-Baden, and the attractive resort of Bad Liebenzell. Other highlights include the spectacular Black Forest Railway. It's centered on Triberg with its famous falls, and Triberg itself, home to the Black Forest Open Air Museum. Number 7. Miniature Wonderland and the historic Port of Hamburg. In the heart of the historic Port of Hamburg, the magnificent Miniature Wonderland, the world's largest model railway, is an attraction that appeals equally to young and old alike. Boasting more than 9.5 miles of model railway track, this massive scale model includes sections dedicated to the USA, England, Scandinavia, as well as Hamburg. It also incorporates around 1,300 trains, more than 50,000 microscopic lights, and in excess of 400,000 human figures. It's not unheard of for guests to spend many hours exploring this fascinating world. With its remarkably detailed miniature airports, complete with planes that actually take off, as well as crowded cities, quaint rural scenes, and bustling harbors. For a memorable experience, book one of the behind-the-scenes tours, an especially fun thing to do at night. Speaking of harbors, be sure to explore the vast port of Hamburg while you're here. Covering 100 square kilometers, this huge tidal harbor is home to one of the world's largest cruise ship terminals and is known as the gateway to Germany. To make the most of your visit, note that the harbor is best explored by tour boat. Number 6. The Rhine Valley. The Rhine is not only Europe's most important waterway, it's also the most beautiful. With a total length of 1,320 kilometers, this magnificent river stretches from Switzerland through Germany all the way to the Netherlands. While there are many places in Germany to enjoy this majestic river, the lovely Upper Middle Rhine Valley section, designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is probably the most popular spot for tourists to visit. Here, this often dramatic 65-kilometer stretch of river boasts more than 40 castles and some 60 picturesque medieval towns, all just waiting to be explored either by river cruise or by car. Number 5. Munich's Marienplatz. Germany's third biggest city, Munich, or München in German, has plenty to offer the adventurous traveler. The capital city of the state of Bavaria can trace its roots all the way back to the 12th century when a monastery was established here, and quickly grew into the region's most important place of trade and commerce. Central to this rise was Marienplatz, the large square where traders from across Bavaria would meet to conduct business, and where locals would congregate to shop and watch medieval jousting tournaments. These days, this vast square still draws crowds of people, but for different reasons. They're here for sightseeing or possibly to enjoy a visit to one of Square's trendy cafes and restaurants, or to shop in its unique boutique stores. The points of interest for tourists are plentiful. Here, you'll find both the new and old town halls. The new is Rathaus and Altes Rathaus, where much of the city's history was written. Both are attractive and worth a visit. Other landmarks include the tall monument to the Virgin Mary, the Mariensäule built in 1638, as well as the elegant Fischbrunnen, a 19th century fountain with its bronze figures. Number 4. Zugspitz Massif, Bavaria. Part of the Wetterstein mountain range, the Zugspitz Massif straddles the frontier between Germany and Austria and is surrounded by steep valleys. The eastern summit, at 2,962 meters, is crowned by a gilded cross and can be reached by the Bayerische Zugspitzbahn, a cog railway, or by cable car. Another great way to enjoy this area of outstanding natural beauty is aboard the Tyroler Zugspitzbahn, a railway that runs to the Zugspitzkamm station at 2,805 meters. From here, the journey can be continued via cable car to Zugspitz Westgipfel station at 2,950 meters. Be sure to sample a meal at the excellent panoramic restaurant located here. A highlight of the journey is the chance to walk through an 800-meter-long tunnel, complete with viewing windows, to the Schneefernerhaus station at the top of the Bavarian Cog Railroad. From here, you can ascend the eastern summit with its viewing platforms. And thanks to the many ski resorts located nearby, Zugspitz is a wonderful German destination to visit in winter. Number 3. Königssee, Kings Lake, Bavaria. The lovely Bavarian lake of Königssee is one of the great beauty spots of the region of Germany referred to as Berchtesgadener Land. Also known as the King's Lake, this area near Salzburg is a hiking and biking paradise thanks to its vast network of trails. One of the most popular things to do is follow the attractive footpath located along the east side of the Königssee to the Mallerwinkel. Also known as Painter's Corner, it's notable for its superb views over the lake and the surrounding mountains. Another equally attractive sightseeing option is taking a boat trip to the 17th century pilgrimage chapel of St. Bartholomew at the south end of the lake, and to walk from here to the Obersee. Berchtesgaden, at the end of the Deutsche Alpenstrasse, is perhaps the best-known tourist town and one of the most popular mountain resorts in the Bavarian Alps. Number 2. Reichstag Building, Berlin. The seat of Germany's government, the Reichstag, Reichstagsgebäude, is once again one of Berlin's most visited attractions. Constructed in 1894 in Neo-Renaissance style, it infamously burned down in 1933 and remained in ruins until after German reunification, when it was rebuilt in its former glory. One change that was made was to the building's massive cupola, its central dome. Instead of a traditional wood or metal dome, a decision was made to use glass, transforming the space into a major tourist attraction in the process. Number 1. Frankfurt's Main Tower. While Germany is especially well known for its many magnificent historic structures, the country is also making a name for itself in the world of modern-day architecture. One of the best examples can be found in Frankfurt, a former imperial city that's fast becoming one of the most important financial centers in Europe, now known as Manhattan, a nod to both its river setting and the many skyscrapers that now grace its skyline. The city's business district feels distinctly North American. By far the most impressive structure, though, is the architecturally pleasing main tower. Standing 240 meters tall and with no less than 56 stories, the tower's observation platforms offer unparalleled views over the city and the main river. If you love similar content like this, take a look at my other videos. And if you like it, please smash the like button and make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. If you have further questions, feel free to comment down below. See you in the next video.